Hi, I'm Linda Davis, a member of Anna Aswinus's creative team. I use Anna's designs exclusively to create my digital scrapbook pages, pages which I've been sharing on my blog. A question has come up about how I can use just one photo with Anna's multi-layered fotoblendz mask, and that's what I'd like to share today using this specific layout. First of all, let me turn off the mask and then show you what the Anna's multi-layered mask looks like. Her mask can come in PNG format or PSD, meaning they are layered. The texture will be separated from the main mask or the tape uh, uh, in terms of the way she puts them together so that you get the individual pieces, which gives you a little more flexibility. So to get this mask, I open it up and I drag it over to my layout. And I centered it about here. Now I'm going to delete these layers because I actually have them already positioned on my layout. So I'm just going to delete them and I'm going to turn off those same mask layers, and you can see I enlarged them just a bit, maybe 15%. So what I do, this is my original photo, and I'm going to unlink it so you can see what I'm talking about. To clip this to the main mask, I have two options. I can go up to Layer, Create Clipping Mask, or I can use a shortcut, which is what I do. And the shortcut is Option on my Mac, Option Command G. On a PC, that would be Alt Control G. Now, I have duplicated it. I've actually run this photo through Topaz Studio to bring out some highlights and make some additional adjustments to intensify the color. And what I did is I linked that. I'm going to select both of these. I link the copies together so that they don't move. And that's why you see this symbol over here. And this is what, after I had made my adjustments, what it looked like. I'm going to turn that on, and now I'm going to use the shortcut Option or Alt, Command or Control G to link it to my main mask. I made a copy of that and put this one up here and moved one copy, and they're all linked. And then I clipped that to, this is the texture, so you can see how it fills in the texture. The tape has a copy. I made another copy and they come linked, and this is linked. You can see what it does, the texture, where it's at the bottom here. And then two more, the stain has a linked copy, and that fills it in. You can see where that's filling it in, and another piece of texture, which just emphasizes it a little bit more. Now, because I did a lot of work with the photo with Topaz Studio, it really was very simple. I worked on my photo to improve it, to bring out the highlights and make it just intensify the color a little bit more. The next thing I did was I added this photo above. This is the original photo, and I'm going to turn that off. And I used an inverted mask with some stains and brushes, and just blended it into the scene so you can see the gate into this Victorian garden. Once I had all this done, I created a composite. Here's my composite, and I'm going to turn this off. And you can see where my composite is. Okay, so I can turn these off. Now, with my composite is what I used to clip to the other masks. And I'm going to turn off my composite and turn on these masks. This is Artsy Cameras. Oh, it's turning all on. Let me turn off the layers so you can see them go together a little bit at a time. I'll leave that part on. And let's turn off the spatters. And okay, this is Artsy Camera. I just stamped it on a new layer. It is on normal 100% opacity, and if you look at the composite, that is indeed my composite. But I've moved it just a little, and you can see it is not linked to this composite. This gives me a little more flexibility because there are times when I will move my photo or composite if I don't need to have it all matched and lined up. Okay, so I clip this again with the shortcut Option Command G. Then I have a stamped Artsy Cameras for file number 7, and I clipped on normal blend mode, copy 3, and another composite, and these 3 are all linked because they need to line up with the brushes that I stamped. So, and finally, I put another copy, and this one is on linear burn, and the composite is on normal, but you can see how it intensified the color. Okay, to get the center of this camera, you can see where that center is. I cut and paste from the brush and created the center of the brush. Here's it without there's the center, and you can see it's see how it's almost the same? I filled it in a little bit more with just some blending brushes of Anna's that I use. And there's the composite. This is not linked. I moved it because there are times when you want to be able to move it. I would not have gotten a view from the lens of my camera if I hadn't have resized the composite here. You can see my, then the splatters I just stamped on a new blank layer. Here are the splatters. And then I added the urban threads here, okay? And that finishes my layout. So I hope that helps you to understand with just one photo and working with that one photo and a number of brushes as well as a multi-layered fotoblendz mask, I created my page. Thanks.